Good morning, ma'am. I am Roldan Garcia Paderes, and allow me to present my report entitled Effects of Biotechnology on Agrobiodiversity. Agrobiodiversity can be defined as a total of component, structures, and functions in agroecosystems relevant for agricultural productions. Agrobiodiversity is first of all the vital importance of the food security of future generations. Technology in general has had an impact of ages on the development of agrobiodiversity. So what are the common effects of agriculture and biotechnology on biodiversity? First is modern agricultural practice, stemming from the rise of modern breeding industry. Third is the green revolution. So unsa day ining modern agriculture practice? So these are the methods increase efficiency, reduce waste, and provide fresh and sustainable produce for consumers. So, first example is kaning natawag nato nga precise farming. Kaning precise farming, it is very very nindot siya nga types of farming in which kanang ginatawag nato siya nga monitor farming. Kay gina-monitor nato ang needs sa ato ang farm. Especially if there is kanang disease nga giagian ato ang farm. Next is hydroponics. So, comes from the word hydro, means related to water. Kanang mo na siya ang type of farming nga kanang magpatubo ta using water. Kanang magpatubo ta og plant in a surface of water. Next is aquaponics. In relation to hydroponics, aquaponics is a combinations of of culturing fish and plants. Next is vertical farming. So kining vertical farming is very neat po siya, especially if your area is kanang very kanang murag limited, kanang gamay ra imong area. Diri sa vertical farming is kanang ma-utilize yun nato ang area kay ato man siyang vertical type nga farming, which is ato siyang ipatindog. Next is stemming from the rise of a modern breeding industry. Plant breeding is an ancient practice of crossing, selecting and improving crops for traits of value to humans. Plant breeding is a science of changing the traits of plants in order to produce desired characteristics. It has been used to improve the quality of nutrition to the product for humans and animals. So sa madaling salita, kaning stem from the rise of a modern breeding, kay mo ni siya in simple words, natawag natin siya nga hybriding. Gina-improve nato ang usa ka tanom. Next is the green revolutions. The green revolutions or the third agricultural revolutions was a period of technology transferring initiatives that saw greatly increase in yield. These changes in agriculture began to develop countries in the early 20th century for the spread globally till the 1980s. So mo na siya kanang murag ato ang ginapa-improve ang usa ka tanom. This is the green revolution. Next is the in vitro technology and reproduction technologies. So this type of kay kanang moagi siya og kanang mga tissue, mga kanang relate to tissue cultures. So first is tissue culture and breeding of properties, cryopreservations, and multiple ovulation. First is tissue culture. Tissue culture is the cultivation of plant cell tissues or organs on especially formulated nutrient media. Tissue culture is therefore popular in horticulture and forestry. The technology can be also used to lower the virus pressures in starting materials. So kini siya kay commonly ginagamit ni siya sa kanang magpatubo ta og tanom nga gagamit ta og seeds. So mo ni siya kanang magpatubo ta og seeds nga ginabutangan siya og treatment para to lower the virus pressure. So mo ni siyang tissue culture. Next is inbreeding of properties. Inbreeding of properties from the distance relative using in vitro methods can result in novel combination of genetic diversity. It is a production of offspring from the mating of individuals related in related ancestry. So mo na siya kanang inbreeding, kanang magbreed rata og usa ka species with its the same at the same variety. So nara siya sa naka-enclose siya sa ilahang mga relative variety. Next is cryopreservation. So the preservations of temperatures as low as negative 196 degrees Celsius can be used for conservations of plant meristem, but until now, by far most important applications has been the conservation of sperms of animal species. So there is a cryopreservation is kanang ang mga cells or kanang mga specimen nga nakuha nato sa usa ka organisms is iagi siya cryopreservation or kanang ato siyang i-freeze low as negative 196 degree Celsius para ma-preserve siya. So usually kanang sa ato ang daily nga ginabuhat man ginatawag nato nga kanang ato siyang i-freeze, i-ref nato siya kay para magamit pa siya sa future generation para sa kanang mga foods, di ba? Ato siyang i-ref para ma-preserve. So ingana siya. Next is multiple ovulations. Multiple ovulations in vitro fertilizations and embryo transfers in combinations with cryopreservations may allow the rapid propagations of selected animal breeding materials. So, dili multiple ovulation kanang murag para mas mapadali ang pagpadaghan sa usa ka variety or usa ka species. Next is approximate and terminator technology. Approximate, the seed formation from unreduced egg can without fertilization occurs in nature's in some plant species like cereals. The result of spring is genetically identically to the parents. So mo ni siya kanang magproduce ta og another specimen nga kanang inside out kay genetically identically to the parents. So ug unsa ang parents paupod to ang offspring. Kumbaga, 100% ang parents kay ang offspring po niya is 100%. So nindot ni siya kay para kanang ma-maintain nato ang quality sa usa ka tanom. Next is biological test kit and DNA marker technology. Using biotechnology, ready-to-use and simply applicable test kit have been developed for identification of viruses, fungi, and other pathogens in the field. So this is very useful, very important siya sa agricultural sector, especially sa atong mga farmers in which kini siya nga test kit kay magamit ni siya to identify what kind of disease ang kanang giatubang sa ato ang mga tanom. So sa pinaagi ani ma-identify nato ang ma-identify nato unsa siya nga disease, ma-identify nato ug unsa klase nga treatment ug paunsa nato i-cure kana nga disease. So very useful gid kay siya sa mga farmers nato. Next is genetic modifications. So genetic engineering, or also called as genetic modification, is a process that uses laboratory-based technologies to alter DNA makeup for an organism. So genetic modification from its word modification. So kumbaga ato ang ipanindot ang variety sa usa ka organism. So best example na ani kay kaning natawag nato nga hybridation. So murag ato siyang i-hybrid murag kanang for example sa usa ka tanom namunga mga pulo lang, tapos in order para kanang mas mapadaghan ang iyahang bunga, iagi nato siya genetic modification para ma-improve ang usa ka tanom. Next is the overriding socio-economic context. In many countries, government policies and efforts of private breeding companies have stimulated the shift from food productions for the subsistence of food locally community in a complex farming system to productions of fewer crops and breeds for the national or global market. And last, the agrobiodiversity and seed security. Some conservations. Agrobiodiversity, the biological diversity related to agriculture, is termed as agrobiodiversity and relates to the diversity among the agroecosystem. Agriculture-related plants, animals, avians, insects, microbes, and genetically modified organisms remain the third barrier for humankind. That's all. Thank you.